He's not lonely, he's alone. It's the same thing. No. Loneliness is an emotion, and being alone is a physical state. Pfft. Being alone makes you lonely. It only makes you lonely if you aren't happy with yourself. And what? A middle-aged man alone in a house, only going outside once in a week for groceries, is happy with himself? I mean, he has a roof over his head, a good paying job, and the ability to create this, and he wouldn't need to create this if he had a girlfriend. Girlfriends don't make you happy. Well, it's better than distracting yourself with video games every day. He has the capability to distract himself with leisure activities because he worked hard to get where he is, and yet he still feels like he's missing something. Well, exactly. He's been craving to spend his life with a soulmate. Soulmates aren't real. It's something you work towards. Well, he has nothing to work towards because every girl he's asked out has flat out rejected him. He just has to keep trying and it will eventually work out. That's not how the world works. The only thing he has control over is himself. And if he works on himself, eventually the opportunity will come. The world doesn't owe him anything. It's cruel and unforgiving. There are no guarantees that anything will come his way. He's in his 30s, has a house, has a good job, and yet can count how many girlfriends he's had by the decades he's lived. He's waiting for the right one. Bull. He's asked out every girl he's met who breathes his way. He's a go-getter. He's a loser. No, he's not. Sure, not a loser. He's average, socially awkward, and perpetually in the friend zone to all women. That's not true. Well, he certainly doesn't give off, OMG, he's so dreamy vibes. Well, they just have to get to know him. Fat chance that'll ever happen. This wasn't the point of the argument. Loneliness versus being alone? Yes, fine. He doesn't need a significant other to be happy. He has his friends, his family. He gets all his social needs from them, except romantic love and sex. While that's true, that doesn't make him unhappy. Yet the happiest he has ever been was when he was in that relationship. Yes, and look how that turned out. Sure, he was miserable half the time, happy the other half, but at least it got him out of his self-isolation bubble. That relationship was hard on him. So you're saying being alone is okay because you don't have to risk your precious emotions and the 20 grand he spent to be with her? That's not what I'm saying. Right. I'm saying that being in a relationship is hard work. There are highs and there are lows. He needs structure in his life to be fulfilled. Being in a relationship upsets those routines. So it's a gamble on whether being in a relationship would be helpful or hurtful. While being alone, well, we already know. It's a stable way for him to live. And when he lays in his deathbed, no children or grandchildren around him, then what? Better yet, he falls down a ladder while changing a light bulb and lays there dead for months. It's only when a salesman knocks on his door a couple months later and smells the decay will someone call the police. He's buried in a closed casket. That's a morbid thought, and you're too optimistic. It seems like he's about to fall asleep. Well, I'll yell at you tomorrow. Good night.